Under the fading glow of a Georgia sunset, Samuel Carter, a federal prosecutor with 20 years of service, stepped out of the Atlanta courthouse, his briefcase heavy with case files. The air was thick with summer heat, but Samuel's dark suit remained crisp, a testament to his discipline. Tonight, he wasn't headed to a courtroom or a debate. He was meeting his old friend, Mayor Harold Bennett, for a quiet dinner at a downtown dinner, a rare moment of reprieve. But as he drove through the quiet streets of Fulton County, fate had other plans. Samuel's SUV glided past the government district, streetlights flickering on like hesitant stars. To dodge a traffic light, he turned onto a deserted side road lined with barren oaks. The silence was eerie, broken only by the hum of his tires. In his rearview mirror, a car's headlights hovered not too close, not too far. Samuel kept his speed steady, but his instincts sharpened. The car surged forward, cut him off, and forced him to brake hard. A figure emerged, a county police officer, flashlight in hand, striding towards Samuel's window. The officer, Jack Ramsey, didn't introduce himself. His county uniform was crisp, but his eyes carried a cold edge. The flashlight lingered on Samuel's face, searching for something beyond identification. Samuel lowered his window, calm but alert. "Evening, officer. Is there a problem?" he asked, voice steady. Ramsey's response was curt. "Your left taillight's cracked. Step out of the vehicle." Samuel frowned. He hadn't noticed any damage, but he complied, handing over his license and registration. "I wasn't aware of any issue, but you're welcome to check," he said, meeting Ramsey's gaze. Ramsey didn't return to his cruiser or call on the stop. Instead, he circled Samuel's SUV, his steps deliberate, as if hunting for a reason to escalate. Samuel noticed the absence of a body camera red flag. The silence grew heavy, and Ramsey's voice cut through it. "There's a scratch. That's a violation. We can settle this quickly, no paperwork." Samuel's fingers tightened on his briefcase. He knew this game. Officers can't request payment without documentation, he said, his tone firm but not confrontational. Ramsey's face hardened. He stepped closer, his breath reeking of stale coffee and whiskey. "People like you don't get to make demands," he spat. "A suit doesn't make you special." The words dripped with venom, and Samuel's chest tightened not from fear, but from the weight of a familiar pattern. Ramsey's hand dropped to his holster, fingers twitching. Samuel inhaled deeply, his mind racing. This wasn't a routine stop. It was a test of power, and he was the target. "Step out of the car," Ramsey barked, yanking the door open. Before Samuel could respond, Ramsey grabbed his wrist, dragging him onto the pavement. Samuel stumbled but regained his balance, refusing to resist. "You're outside protocol," he said, voice steady despite the roughness. Ramsey shoved him against the SUV, pinning him to the cold metal. Samuel's cheek pressed against the hood, his tie slipping loose. The distant streetlights offered no witness, only shadows. Ramsey's grip tightened, his elbow digging into Samuel's shoulder. "Look at me like that again, and I'll shoot you," he growled, drawing his gun. The cold barrel pressed against Samuel's temple, and time slowed. Samuel's body tensed, but his eyes remained open, fixed on the horizon. "I'm not resisting," he said, each word deliberate. "And you're being watched." Ramsey's grip faltered, his breath hitching. A dry laugh escaped him. "No one's watching out here." But then, a chime pierced the silence. Samuel's phone, buzzing in his jacket. Ramsey flinched, his eyes darting to the glowing screen. The name flashed, Harold Bennett. Samuel stayed still, blood trickling from a cut on his cheek. Ramsey's hand trembled as he snatched the phone, staring at the mayor's name. The phone rang again, relentless, each tone unraveling Ramsey's confidence. He tapped the speaker button, as if to prove he was still in control. "Jack Ramsey, lower your weapon," Mayor Bennett's voice boomed, sharp and furious. "I'm watching you." Ramsey's eyes widened, scanning the empty road. His bravado crumbled. "What are you doing with federal prosecutor Samuel Carter?" Bennett demanded. "Status report, now." Ramsey stammered. "I observed suspicious behavior." Bennett cut him off. "A victim bleeding on the ground? Or the man you'll apologize to publicly?" The words landed like a verdict, and Ramsey's gun lowered, his hand shaking. Samuel rose slowly, wiping blood from his face. His eyes locked onto Ramsey's, not with anger, but with a quiet resolve that cut deeper than any shout. "You just learned something," Samuel said softly. "Sometimes silence speaks louder than a gun." Ramsey looked away, his face pale, sweat beading on his brow. The phone glowed on the ground, Bennett's voice still commanding. Place the phone down. Don't touch him. Chief Larson's on his way. Minutes later, sirens wailed, and Sheriff Tom Larson's cruiser screeched to a halt. Larson stormed toward Ramsey, his voice like steel. Gun down. On your knees. Ramsey complied, his weapon clattering to the pavement. Handcuffs clicked, and an officer led him to a patrol car. Samuel sat on the curb, his suit stained but his dignity intact. Larson approached, offering a first aid kit. You all right? He asked, his tone procedural. Samuel nodded, their eyes meeting briefly, a silent acknowledgement of a broken system. As Ramsey was driven away, Samuel stood, his gaze steady. The media storm began that night. A doctored video surfaced, showing only Samuel's calm defiance, your outside protocol framed to paint him as arrogant. Hashtags like "no one above the law" trended, and local news ran headlines questioning his conduct. Behind the scenes, Samuel uncovered a deeper betrayal. His trusted aide, Nathan Brooks, had leaked the video, trading loyalty for a promotion. Worse, Deputy Chief Victor Hayes, a powerful figure with a history of shielding corrupt officers, orchestrated the cover-up. Samuel refused to stay silent. In a tense meeting with Mayor Bennett and Chief Larson, he presented evidence, access logs, tampered files, and Hayes's orders to maintain soft control. Bennett urged caution, but Samuel was done compromising. At a public hearing, he laid bare the truth: Hayes's network of suppressed complaints, Nathan's betrayal, and Ramsey's unchecked violence. The council voted. Ramsey was stripped of his badge, Nathan suspended, and Hayes referred for federal investigation. Samuel didn't celebrate. He placed his badge on the council table, a final act of closure. In his office, he left a letter for his successor. Justice isn't won by hope alone. Stand when others sit. Ask the questions no one dares. He walked out, the Atlanta skyline glowing behind him, not as a defeated man, but as one who'd exposed the truth and trusted others to carry it forward. The system wasn't fixed, but Samuel's stand had cracked its facade. Ramsey faced justice, Hayes's empire unraveled, and Nathan's ambition cost him everything. Samuel's name, once slandered, became a symbol of courage. The truth didn't need to scream, it only needed to be spoken. What do you think about Samuel's story? Have you ever faced injustice or witnessed violence that made you question the system? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Whether you agree with Samuel's choice to speak out or see another side, let's discuss what justice means in a world still grappling with prejudice and power.